EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's the opening round of the Pittsburgh Invitational. It is one of the most difficult golf courses in the United States. Oakmont Country Club outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, who was a part of that dramatic U.S. Open in 1994 at Oakmont, ultimately won by Ernie Els. Frank, when you think of Oakmont, what comes to mind?
The difficulty of the golf course, Rich. I know a lot's changed over the last 20 or so years. A lot of the trees have been removed, but really that wasn't the story of Oakmont. It's the slick greens, how firm and fast they can be. The members there, for example, they marvel at the fact that people think they're fast. They say we putt on these greens every single day and they're certainly no slower. But it's the bunkering as well. There's 210 bunkers here. They're all in play. And it just has that history. When you step on Oakmont, you just know you are walking on not one of the great courses in North America, but one of the great courses in golf. Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. And getting ready for the putt.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. So a tester from 4 feet. That's a poor putt to start.
Wicked, to say the least.
Trying to get out of here without too many bumps and bruises. This one is for bogey. Losing a bit of ground now in this tournament. With the bogey, falls to 2 over. Relatively short par 4, second hole. Frank, what's the right play off the tee here? It's probably not driver.
It certainly isn't. You need a decent yardage in for your second shot, so you don't really want to hit it past those last of the 6 bunkers on that right side. It leaves a shot of 100, 110 yards. There's another tee box a little further up where they can make it like drivable at 265 yards, but for such a short hole, this is sort of a fearsome one. You always feel like you're making a mistake when you're putting the ball on the tee.
That was like Usain Bolt.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Frank, chip shot here from just on the fringe. You like to hit this the way you would a putt?
Yeah, I normally take a club that's going to land just on the flat surface of the green, then run from there. Often people take too much loft.
These are the kind of putts that keep a round going about 10 feet away for par. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. To 1 over par early on in this round. Third hole's a par 4. Again, it's 428 yards, but Frank, we look out to the left and we can see there's nothing quite like the third at Oakmont.
Well, the church pews certainly might look beautiful from our point of view, but they really shrink the hole down, or the landing area, because not only the pews on the left side, but the bunch of bunkers on the right. You can see the tee shot plays a little downhill, but it funnels in so closely together that more often than not, we'll see players hit long irons off the tee here.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. The wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. For the par. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. And we pick up action at the 4th. Frank, you know this. You can't win a tournament in the first round, but you can lose it. As we catch up with our featured golfer, they need to turn this around just to make the cut.
And turn it around now.
Great strike and a great result. Setting up, good chance to attack the flag. Second shot now at this par 5. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Good putt, and now 1 under par. We're at the 5th hole now. Short hole, but Frank, pretty challenging even at 382 yards.
Yeah, you've got the bunkers are staggered. The first 3 coming down the left side, and then they start to link up with the ones on the right side that just sort of narrow this fairway up. It just sort of changes the strategy. But if you can just sort of thread an iron up there, that's the main thing. Because this green is going to be very narrow in the front and then slope away to the player's left.
Frank, one of our colleagues at Golf Channel, Brian Hammond's always liked to say, keep it in the short grass. It is nice to play from the fairway.
The game's so much easier from the fairway. Less decisions to be made. You don't have to worry about a flyer or the lip in front of the bunker or a tree. The game almost appears straightforward from there. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Now that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Settles in over the putt.
Oh, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
Par 3 6th here at Oakmont. Frank, it's changed a bit since you played here in the U.S. Open back in 1994.
Yes, it has, Rich. They used to have a bunker behind this green, sort of back left. They've removed that now and actually increased the back of this green. I'm not going to say it makes the hole that much easier. It just gives them a few more places to cut a flag when they choose to stick it in the back.
Try up next. Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
has the birdie to move to 3 under par for the championship. And we've come to the par 4 7th. It is 434 yards. Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. So a little slow out of the gates, but now Frank's starting to pick it up.
Yeah, and into the ebb and flow of the game. We know you can't hit good shots all the time, so if you can just ride out the little bad patches like now, then things can still get up very quickly.
See how they do on this approach. No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Shouldn't be a problem here. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage, and you're not going to birdie every hole.
Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Here at the 8th at Oakmont, a famous hole, and Frank, it's not often we say of a par 3 that it is a beast, but the 8th at Oakmont is just that.
Yeah, you can imagine a 300-yard par 3 to a flat green. That would be hard enough. But imagine to a 300-yard par 3 at a US Open to a green that goes up at the front and then crowns at the top and then slips away at both sides. That's the 8th hole.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Well, that certainly puts a different color on the round. Great birdie. Could not have come at a better time.
Starting to battle back. Rounding out the front 9 here at Oakmont, Frank, it looks to be straight away, uphill. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, there certainly is. Years gone by, this was a par 5 for the US Opens of yesteryear. Par 5 still for the members. And the reason why is it's a little bit uphill, semi-blind tee shot, bunkers left and right, and of course rough if you miss those. This is one of those holes, even though it's a par 4 now, you miss the fairway here, you are not reaching this green in 2.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Good chance here. Just playing excellent golf. 5 under for the tournament. excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Wouldn't call it a great approach shot, but it still ends up in the fringe.
Yeah, a little bit of magic from here. Yeah, the hole's not over.
Frank, a little chip shot here from the fringe. Now, a lot of options. I've seen some players hit 6-iron, others will shut down like a sand wedge.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought. Some people just try and perfect like one club, but really the best chippers chip with a variety of clubs.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Take a look now at the 10th hole, Frank. Par 4, 462 yards.
Yeah, this one can play a lot of different distances, and the reason why is if you can sneak a driver to catch the downslope, it can run all the way down. You can have just a wedge in here. If you're not as fortunate and you leave it hanging up on that hill, it plays a good 200 yards for your second.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here. Frank, what has stood out for you watching this player into these wins?
A lot of smart decisions, not trying to fight the wind, using it, and really just a lot of good strikes, one after the other.
What a nice shot, right on the green, and a pretty easy putt on the way. These putts keep the round together. Who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. A young star makes his birdie. Well, the par 5 12th here at Oakmont is no cupcake. It measures in at 667 yards. That tee-ball, not just in the fairway, but way down the fairway.
Yeah, a lot of people can hit it long and crooked. Long and straight, that's the hard one to get. That is absolutely in prime position.
Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it, send it.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
This would be a huge momentum swing. This one's for birdie. On fire right now, 7 under par. Well, Frank, what about this par 3 13th? Measures 183 yards.
It has a little bit of a crescent-shaped green, but it looks like the green should shape that way, but the actual contours of the green go in the opposite direction. The only good thing about that is chances are you've got an uphill putt. This looks like it's going to find the target.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. Pretty short par 4 at 358 yards. Frank?
Get the ball in play here, and certainly your best opportunity for birdie on the second 9 so far.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Doing whatever he wants with that golf ball. Moving it left, moving it right, hitting it straight when it's called for. He's doing it all. And getting ready for the putt. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. In for par. All teed up at the 15th. It's a par 4 of 499 yards. What a test here, Frank.
It certainly is. The tee shot here is a little bit like the par 5 12th, where the fairway slopes quite severely from left to right. It means the pews there on the left side are actually not a bad place to aim at. You just have to allow for that kick and roll towards the right.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Still like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Just a couple of feet. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. Frank, this is a point in the round where you really need to summon your best stuff. par 3 of 231 yards. You know the pressure's building. We're at the 16th hole, and you have a long iron in hand. You can't flinch. You can't take it halfway back and go. This has to be the complete swing, and you have to really have the nerve on this shot.
Yeah, this shot has to be hitting right out of the button, that's for sure. One thing to consider, though, in the back of your mind, it's always better putting back uphill. Well, uphill is actually from the back of the screen. So you actually can be a little braver on 16 than what you might think standing on that tee, because a little long is better than a little short.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Good roll, solid. That's a par. Now on to the 17th hole, and Frank, in so many ways, this determined the outcome of the 2007 U.S. Open. Jim Furyk had his issues here. It's just 313 yards, but it can really play with a player's mind.
It's such an unusual par 4 for a U.S. Open, plus also where it comes in the round, because the options, and there's only really two, is like a 4 or 5 iron, sneak it up the right side, or you take a driver directly at the green. You would think there's something in between, but really there isn't. And that's why, to your point, it stopped Jim Furyk, it stopped Tiger Woods, it allowed Cabrera to win. It also helped Ernie Els, who went with the driver option there back in 1994. So 17, it's short, it's tempting, it is at a US Open, but it is still demanding.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Putting up some impressive numbers out here now, 9 under for the tournament. Great finishing hole here at Oakmont, Frank, the 18th.
I remember back in 1994, this was the last hole in a US Open ever played. Finishing hole to win a championship or say farewell.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. This is a good-looking shot. That is classy.
They had a chance of going in.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already. Frank, you surprised to see that name on top of the leaderboard?
I am surprised to see the name, but not that style of golf leading. It was great performance, especially tee to green. You don't often see people start that quickly.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Pittsburgh Invitational. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Frank, that one is long, and it is straight.
Well, in baseball, that's a home run. In golf, that is a huge advantage over everybody else that plays the game. You imagine just teeing up on every hole knowing that you've got 20 or plus yards over your fellow competitors?
Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse. How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. Little redemption chance here, had bogey yesterday. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. On the tee, ready to go. Now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
So on the putting surface and taking a good second. Bogey here yesterday, now this for birdie. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
So here we are at the third hole, par 4, again 428 yards. Frank, have you ever seen anything quite like the bunkering that we have here on the left side of this hole?
No, the church pews, they're famous obviously for Oakmont, and they have that tendency to drag your eye to that left side. Really, you hit anything, whether it's a long iron, I don't care what it is. If you want to try and hit driver down there, well, good luck, because this really is about the second shot. Somehow avoid that trouble there, so you've got a second shot.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Now, putt for par. Even par currently.
That's how you maintain momentum. Make those putts for par. Fourth hole now. Long par 5 at 609 yards. What a drive. Just tattooed that. The second shot now at this par 5. Didn't knock down the flagstick, but he still has a chance.
21 steps, or should I say feet?
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Take you up now to the 5th hole. 382-yard par 4. Frank, what do you think of the 5th?
An excellent tee shot is required here with just a long iron. Even something as short as a 4-iron is fine because the hole's not overly long. If you can bisect the bunkers on both sides, that's the key there. Second shot's going to be a little down.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That will be a great look at birdie. Back-to-back birdies, we'll see. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Par 3 6th here at Oakmont. Frank, it's changed a bit since you played here in the U.S. Open back in 1994.
Yes, it has, Rich. They used to have a bunker behind the screen, sort of back left. They've removed that now and actually increased the back of this green. I'm not going to say it makes the hole that much easier. It just gives them a few more places to cut a flag when they choose to stick it in the back. This looks like it's going to find the target.
And a chance for birdie coming up. Trying to make yet another birdie.
Well, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now at par.
And getting ready for the putt. Good putt. Par 4-7, 434 yards.
Super.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Has played the entire day in the short grass, and that's the way to do it. Another fairway. What a display of driving the golf ball. Frank, what's the player looking at here with the approach shot at the par 4-7th?
The second part of the second shot just goes a little bit downhill, and once again you see that little ski slope look just short of that green. It means you really have to pitch the ball on the front third of the green. Anything further than that, you risk the ball running left into those bunkers.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Good roll, solid. That's a par. Oakmont this hole, and Frank, it's not often we say of a par 3 that it is a beast, but the 8th at Oakmont is just that.
Yeah, you can imagine a 300-yard par 3 to a flat green. That would be hard enough. But imagine to a 300-yard par 3 at a US Open to a green that goes up at the front and then crowns at the top and then slips away at both sides. That's the 8th hole.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a 2-putt, well done.
Doing what needs to be done. You need to make them from that distance. Rounding out the front 9 here at Oakmont, Frank, it looks to be straight away, uphill. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, there certainly is. Years gone by, this was a par 5 for the US Opens of yesteryear. Par 5 still for the members. And the reason why is it's a little bit uphill, semi-blind tee shot, bunkers left and right, and of course rough if you miss those. This is one of those holes, even though it's the fairway here, you are not reaching this green in 2.
Frank, on an uphill shot like this one, did you do anything differently in terms of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I made sure the ball wasn't too far forward because on an uphill shot, there's always a struggle to get all your weight going forward.
Good swing, good shot yet again. And no other way to say it, Frank. That's just an awful shot.
Bad.
You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. The flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie. Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill. This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards to 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Frank, I thought that was in. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Now at the par 5 12, 667 yards. Frank, you've played golf around the world at the very highest level. I've heard you say you think this is one of the hardest par 5s on the planet. Why?
The slope of the fairway, you don't get a flat lie anywhere along that, and the green slopes away from you. So really there's no easy out. This is the only par 5 I've ever seen where the best players in the world would take a 5.
Whoa, talk about taking the head cover off and let it fly.
That's beyond long.
Goodness, did he get all of that one? Wow. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. What a tremendous display of golf this has been. From a long par 5 to a relatively short par 3. We're at the 13th at Oakmont, 183 yards. Frank?
Another hole, because of the shape of this green, that you're almost breaking down into 3 sections. That front little circle you can see, the bit in the middle or the bit at the back. You're trying to play to one of those 3 sections.
This one's looking good. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his middle.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 14, pretty short par 4 at 358 yards. Frank?
Get the ball in play here, and certainly your best opportunity for birdie on the second 9 so far.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Second shot, good look at the green. Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
It's just unbelievable that never deviated offline.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Good par. All teed up at the 15th. It's a par 4 of 499 yards.
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Frank, you think about the great putters of all time. I think the one name that generally jumps up with golf aficionados is Ben Crenshaw. And he learned to play and to putt from his beloved longtime instructor, Harvey Penick,
who taught Ben and Tom Kite and some others to play from, as he said it, from the cup backwards. And everybody loves power. We all like to drive it a long ways. But Harvey stressed the importance of the little shots, and obviously it paid off with Ben Crenshaw. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Birdie try again here today. Good putt. Seventeenth hole at Oakmont, par 4. Only 313 yards, and yet, Frank, it was so pivotal. The last U.S. Open played here in 2007.
Yeah, it was pivotal for a lot of different reasons. Strategy being one. Some elected to go down the right side with just a mid-iron. Others went directly at the green, did not get the ball up and down. Furyk and Tiger Woods come to mind in that situation. You can see the green's just perched up there. If you do lay it up, you don't quite get a full look at this green because you have to lay it up down that right side.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. This is where so many of the legends, from Hogan to Nicklaus to Miller to Els, made their imprint. And don't forget about Angel Cabrera, the last time the U.S. Open was played here. The 18th hole, the clubhouse straight ahead. What a view, and what a moment in the championship. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Well, Frank, these winds have not at all subsided. Still a challenge.
Yeah, the same for everybody, and that's where you've just got to adjust your own mental par. Golf course was going to be difficult when you teed off. It's certainly no different now. It's no snack, though.
So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after two rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.